Right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to this episode of So Much JENergy. It's me, Jenny McKinney, and I am here with Jeff Jones.
Jen, thanks for having me. You turd. What's wrong with you?
That was for your headset not working
Yeah.
appropriately. I don't
I'm
know what
coming
was
to you
happening.
from my kids' room again.
Yeah.
In case you can't tell. Look at this. At least he's got good taste.
Yeah, that's true.
Look
That's
at see
true.
these right here? That's moth. Where am I at? That's Mothman's eyes.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah. Hey, so we need to pick up just from last week. We need to talk about the coffee crystals.
Yes.
And so Sherry, our listener, suggested using caramel, or if you say caramel, I'm sorry, but we call it caramel,
We call it
on
caramel where I'm from.
not caramel, like Alan Caramel. uh,
Anyways,
anyway, so if you use like a pretzel stick with caramel on it and then like roll it in there.
I
Mm.
didn't even think of the pretzel stick or an edible stick. For some reason, I was thinking like a popsicle stick or a tongue suppressor.
Oh yeah, yeah, no, no.
Something I could just like reuse and dip back into the coffee
Oh
crystals.
yeah, no. If you had like warm caramel and then dip the pretzel in there and then
Mm,
roll it in your coffee crystals, just like a dipped pretzel.
I like that. That does sound amazing.
Oh, and then you could stir your coffee with it, like stir the hot
Yep.
water or whatever, whatever you're doing with it. Yeah, so thanks to Sherry for giving us that
Mm.
suggestion. That
Yeah, I have yet
sounds
to
amazing.
try any of the coffee crystal stuff. I just was able to pick it up today before my trip.
Yeah,
But I will definitely be trying that.
yeah, try that. And at the end of the episode, you asked me to remind you about announcer school.
Was that part in the episode?
Yeah,
Oh, I thought I told you that off the air to
yeah,
remind me about that. Yeah. So listen to this, right? So we move out here, and a couple of Griff's coworkers asked him to go to an amateur wrestling night.
okay.
Apparently, they have these all over the place around here. They're
Oh,
like in all of the surrounding towns. Like
okay.
he's gone to it probably a good 10 times now. But one night they asked him to go, and he was like, Dad, he's like, I'm not big into wrestling. He's like WWF and all that kind of stuff. He's like, that is not him.
Yeah,
But amateur wrestling, he really took to it.
yeah.
As far as like like he knows obviously it's fake, but it's the people, the characters.
Oh,
And
yeah, yeah, yeah.
they're like local celebrities around here. Like he's ran into some of these people like outside of the ring,
Oh,
you know what I
uh-huh.
mean? And so he's got to talking to him and stuff. Well, he was leaving the show 2 weeks ago. That's why I was going to bring it up last week. It was about a week before that. He was leaving the show, and they hand him a flyer for. He figured the next show coming up, and he looks at it, and it's for a school. They have a school for announcers, and it was announcers, managers, wrestlers, and
Oh,
maybe
dang, like the whole get up.
producers.
Yeah.
Like they teach you all this. And he was telling me that. I go, for announcers? He's like, Dad, he's like, you should go and try to be the wrestling announcer. I go, I don't know why we're still standing here. Like we should have already been going on our way.
Right.
And he's like, hold up, you got to go to school for that. And I'm like, really? But so he was thinking about going. It's funny because I don't know if he can hear me, but he does not weigh very much.
Yeah.
He is a little string bean of a guy. He's about
He,
my height and about 20, 30 pounds less.
yeah. So he's about
But
a
he,
buck oh
yeah.
five.
And I was thinking, like, is he trying to go there to wrestle? Like being a little high flyer guy, you know? And
Yeah.
he's like, no, Dad. He's like, I was thinking about being the manager. He's like, or just being a producer, just getting affiliated with it. He's like, and
Mhm.
my goal is to like make the wrestling intro music. He's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
because then I can do music and I'm still getting involved with like what they have going.
Right.
And his whole thing is he really wants to get to know more of like the wrestlers and their
Yeah.
characters and like that because he really wants to, I think, be a manager with like a different persona and all of that, but he
Yeah.
doesn't quite have the physique for the wrestling. So I'm thinking about going for the announcer. He was talking about going to be like a wrestling manager, possible like I don't think it's a manager. I feel like they had a different word for that.
Yeah.
I don't remember what they called it. So he was talking about going for that. And I'm like, yeah, 100% sign up for that. Like, absolutely. Then that was what I was going to tell you last week. Last night, he got hit up on social media by one of the promoters that puts it on around here. And they were like, hey, I seen you were on social media because he follows their page.
Yeah.
And they started just, I don't know if the guy was bored, just clicking around or whatever, but he
Checking
clicked
him
on
out.
Griff stuff, seen that Griff's all involved with the music scene here.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, I seen you were involved in the music scene in this area. He's like, have you thought about doing wrestling intro music? And Griff's like, yeah, I have. I actually thought about signing up for the class, like coming up. I think it's in like November.
Uh-huh.
He's like, the next class that's available. He's like, to try to get involved with doing that. And the guy's like, you don't even need to take the class. I can get you involved with making the music for these guys. So now that was just last night.
Oh
He was
my
ecstatic,
gosh.
ecstatic.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, I go, Griff, that's the universe's way of saying you should be making wrestling intro music.
Not only that, all you had to do is say it and put it out there.
100%. That's what I feel like happened
Yeah,
because he had talked
exactly.
about
That
that
is not a
exact same thing.
coincidence.
And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden they reach out to
Yeah.
him. He was
I
going to
love
go. I
that.
mean, he was going to do it the long way, take the class, get to
Right.
know the people, make a, get a
Yeah, like
wrestler or
get
two
in
to
with
let him do
somebody.
their
Don't just
music.
be, yeah,
Yeah. And
a
then
turd.
hopefully that wrestler would, advertise him to other,
Yeah.
entertainers and be like, hey, this guy made my music. But they, that's what he was hoping. That was the long game.
That's sweet.
Yeah, it was
That's
crazy. And then I'm
freaking
going to go to
sweet.
try to learn to be an announcer. I just think that'd be a lot of fun. Just to
I
be an
feel like,
announcer, ladies and gentlemen.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And he showed me a bunch of the videos. I really want to get dad to go to one of these amateur wrestling nights because it does look like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like I used to watch a lot of WWF growing up. I got way out of it end of the 90s up until like
Right.
now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But when he shows
Dang.
me the amateur stuff, these people, like one guy came out, he looked like Rick James in his heyday.
Oh man.
Yeah, and this guy was a
Whoa.
wrestler and he was just flipping all over the place.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. They do this at like vets halls. A lot of vets halls put it
Okay.
on.
Yeah.
The one he had gone to last time was at a weird location, like somewhere weird, like a bakery or like something. It
Oh,
was
okay.
somewhere where it's like, what? Why are they doing it there? He's like, I
Yeah.
don't know. A
That's
thrift
cool.
store, maybe?
Oh.
I don't remember, but
Oh gosh.
it's at like random places.
Yeah.
But he said they have
Like
a good
taste the
turnout.
biscuit.
Yeah, it is like that. He said that every time he's gone, though, they have a great turnout. Like
Yeah.
there is definitely a following for it. He's like, and the people get into it.
Oh
He
yeah.
gets into it. He's like, I can't help but go there. He started showing me the video and telling me about how this guy, screwed over this guy, and then now
Right.
that's and just the
It's a
storylines. It's
storyline.
the
Yeah.
storyline. It's
That's
killing me.
awesome. That's
But
cool. And
no,
then to
yeah,
see
he
him
was
out and
psyched about
about,
that.
that's really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we're gonna possibly doing some manager announcer school,
All right. That's
amateur
cool.
wrestling.
Cool.
You never
Oh
know.
man. Hey, we had Josh and I had a little day date yesterday, so we went to our zoo here,
Yeah.
and our
Oh,
zoo is the only it has the only spotless giraffe in the world.
I think you told me that, didn't you? Or maybe we exchanged an article about that. Didn't that
Yeah,
happen like a year ago?
2 years ago. She's
2 years
two.
ago.
Yeah,
Yep.
and she's very they moved her like to the opposite end of the zoo, and there's like a little train ride, so I think they can't announce on the train anymore because he kept stopping and then getting off and then talking. Like he can't use a speaker because I think it scares her. But
Hmm.
she was in a pen with three other adult giraffes, and she's still pretty tiny. I guess I expected her to be full grown by now. I don't know how
two
fast they
years.
grow.
Yeah, I'm not sure how fast they grow, but yeah, you
I
would
mean, she was
think.
still pretty tall, but it was crazy to see her because she's just all brown. And then
Yeah,
she's got like just a few spots that like tried to come through on the back of her legs. Like, but they look very faded.
that's good. Almost like they didn't come through. That was just good. Otherwise, she would have spots.
Yeah, yeah. But she
Nice.
was real cute, and yeah, and
Yeah.
the enclosures were. This was probably the cleanest zoo I've ever been to,
Hmm.
and super well taken care of. Um, I think it's a breeding zoo. I think they breed the animals and then sell them to other zoos. So,
Nice.
yeah, it's great. So I
Nice.
wanted to tell you what happened. Um, so in doing like things that just happen, right? Like mediumship kind of just happened for me, right? I took a class and then all of a sudden I can, talk to spirits and didn't even know. And then, you go do something else and then something else happens. And then I
Hmm.
find out I can do energy work, right?
Are
So,
you able to communicate? Are you an animal whisperer?
yeah, so now,
Are
no
you
joke,
serious?
I'm serious. So,
I
this is
was joking.
I'm serious. So we're over by the monkeys, right? And like,
Help me.
yeah, no, the monkey was like making all this noise and it was like whoop whoop, like he was like an alarm or something. I don't know. He actually
Oh,
he's behind
too
the owner's
much.
house, so I'm wondering if he ever heard like a fire alarm go off in their house, because that's exactly what he keeps doing, like over and over.
Gotcha.
But it just might be his noise. But we walk off to the side and there's an ostrich, and she's looking me dead in the eye, and she walks right up to me, and they probably have like a, I don't know, it's
Couple
not
acre,
small.
two
Yeah,
acre,
like two
acre.
acres to themselves. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, I'm making that number up, but a
No, I
lot
know
of
what you mean though.
acreage. And she looks at me and she sees me and she comes over and she puts her head over the fence and she lays her face on the fence and she's moving her mouth, and I'm not joking. I heard her say help me.
Oh my God, I just said help me too.
Yes.
Like that's what the animals would be
Yes.
saying.
No joke. And she was looking me dead in the eye and I was like, "Josh, do you see her?" And he's like, "Yeah, it looks like she like needs help." And it was no joke cuz I could hear her. Like every time her mouth moved, it was like she was saying like, "Help me. Help me." And I could hear her tell me that. And then sure enough, the next ostrich came over and started pecking at her because she's molten, I guess, like molting, whatever that means. Like, it's part of their process. But I did call the zoo today to say, like, hey, just to let her know. Like, I was like, I
How do
was
you
like,
leave that message? I-
I said, look, I know this is gonna sound crazy. I didn't say that I could hear the ostrich say help me. I just said like, I said, look, she looked like she was distressed and the other one was pecking at her real bad. Like, I mean, she looked like that baby doll head with only 5 hairs hanging out, you know what I mean?
yeah,
But
Jesus.
the other one kept pecking her and I did call cuz I'm like, I can't just not say anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know what you do in that
Well,
situation.
she said she would let the zookeepers know, like just in case she is being harassed. You know what I mean? Because there was two other
Yeah,
ones in there, like, and if they're ganging up on her,
yeah.
because they did have another ostrich area, so maybe those other ones can were in timeout or something, or maybe they can just move her. You know?
I don't know. What if it's the caretaker?
Oh, I don't know.
Like well, you just assume it was the other actress because it was pecking
Oh,
her. That
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 is
she could have
true.
just been like, "Stop, Larry! What are you doing?"
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
But my
meanwhile,
God,
it's like,
have you ever seen their feet? Like, have you ever gotten up close and personal with
well,
an ostrich and
we were
like,
gonna record yesterday, right? And I was like, "Hey, do you want to record?" And you're like, "I can't. We're going to the zoo."
yeah.
Like 20 minutes after that, Andrea comes outside and she's like, "Hey, do you want to go for a walk?" I go, "Yeah, but let's go somewhere and walk." And she's like, "How about the zoo?" I go, "That's funny you said that." I go, "Jen just said they were going to the zoo today."
Yeah.
She's like, "It was meant to be. Let's go to the zoo." So
Yeah.
her and I went to the zoo yesterday. The first time I've been to the zoo that it was fun.
Oh, really?
I'm not just saying that.
Yeah.
Normally, you go to the zoo, you got either your kids or your sister's kids, or you got family and people, and just it's not fun.
Yeah.
You're just because it's
And
too
the
much
animals
like
aren't doing
the
anything and
animals
like,
don't look amused, they
yeah.
don't look fun.
You know that they're
I ain't
sad.
I ain't crapping you. We went to the zoo yesterday, the two of us.
Yeah.
We spent 4 or 5 hours just walking around leisurely,
Yep.
just taking our time, no
Yeah.
hurry, seeing anything. We went against the grain. We went the opposite way most people and we normally do.
Yeah.
And it was great. And those sucks because the one thing I did want to see were the ostriches. And I seen him, the one they have, two of them, but they were far out there and they
Oh.
wouldn't lift their heads up. And it bummed me
Oh.
out.
Dang it. We got so close to the giraffes. Like, if we had put our hands out, we could have touched the giraffes. Like, I say she, I mean, I don't know. I feel like it was a girl, but she kept putting her head over the fence to get her food. And if we had, like, Josh could touch her food bag and he would have been able to, like, touch her head. That's how close we were. We were too far away from, like, the camel. We couldn't touch the camel. Um, what else? Uh,
I don't think we got close enough to anything to really touch anything, honestly, because we were just more or less like
oh yeah, I mean
hanging
we
back.
shouldn't be touching things, but like
Well, I mean, like, you know what
yeah,
I mean. But
yeah,
like, no, the camels, everything we looked at yesterday, the animals for the first time going to the zoo were active.
yeah,
They looked okay. They looked happy. I
yeah.
mean, you know what I mean? We didn't get
Yep.
to see a few of the things we really wanted to see because they were redoing their area. Prairie dogs. Love seeing
Oh,
the
those
prairie
are
dogs.
so funny. You
So
know
much
what?
fun.
We
They're
watched
redoing their area.
yeah, we watched the giraffes for a long time. The tortoises, they have two tortoises. One, I mean, it looks like that thing's like 100 years old, no joke. And I'm not joking, like its shell was as big as if you put your hands out wide.
Oh yeah, probably 6 feet.
Yeah, and just crazy like their little dinosaur legs and like man, that was just so crazy and to watch their heads, I don't know, that was
We
crazy.
did
And the
see. We watched some bear yesterday. It wasn't like a grizzly or anything. It was some. I feel like it was an Asian type bear, but it
yeah.
looked like a medium-sized grizzly bear. So we assumed it was
Whoa.
mid-sized grizzly.
Yeah.
Then the guy who was yelling out facts about it. It's a bear that is from Asia. I forget, but it only eats insects. It's not like a meat
Oh,
eater.
okay.
But you
Yeah.
wouldn't have known looking at this bear. This
Yeah.
bear had like ridiculous claws, and
Yeah.
they put an apple like inside a barrel that had a couple holes in it, and I ain't crapping you. We sat there 45 minutes watching this bear just try to get this apple out
That
of this
is
barrel.
so freaking amazing.
It just
That's
was
what
so
we
much
do. We
fun.
just were like standing there watching the drafts for however long we wanted. Kids would come up and they're like, "This is lame," and then they leave, and you're like, "What?"
You're like, yeah, carry on, please.
Yeah.
I need more room.
I
And
know.
then just
Get
sit
out
there
of
and
here.
watch.
You
Oh,
know
it was
what?
so
Have you
much
ever
fun.
seen an anteater?
We we came by an area yesterday we thought was the prairie dogs because it had holes everywhere.
Yeah.
Come to find out it was the anteater. And
Oh dang!
we couldn't find him. It
Oh
was
my
only one. He was
gosh!
in there somewhere, but it looked like the prairie dog area
Oh
with the
yeah.
amount of holes. And even Andrew was like, damn, I really wanted to see the aardvark. Like, I know.
That was so crazy. It doesn't even look real. You know what I mean?
No,
Yeah,
no.
that was
You know what's
pretty
funny
cool.
is the zoo is like 1 mile, maybe even less than that from our house.
That's
Like, I'm
crazy.
thinking about getting a season pass and just riding my bike up there to hang out, only
Yeah.
because you can get a season. Well, when we were leaving yesterday, they gave us a piece of paper and we're like, hey, if you go get a season pass today, your ticket purchase goes towards it. I think it was like $22 a person to get in.
Yeah.
So between her and I think we spent 44. It's like $99 for the couple's season pass.
Ours
And
is
that's one.
130 and same thing. Like
Yeah.
for
I'm
two
like,
people.
I even told her, hey, why don't we go get a season pass? I go, this is like halfway. What we spent today is like half of it. She's like, nah, it's only $100. We'll get one if we want one. Season's almost over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I have so many questions about the season pass. Does it work for like the winter lights? They do winter lights
Oh,
there
oh
that you
yeah.
drive through. You know what I mean? But
Oh, they
more
probably have more
important,
information on their website. Cuz on our zoo website, they have links to other zoos that you get
hmm,
50% off
oh,
just for buying them from our link to the other zoo.
that's good to know.
Yeah.
But this one here, the two things I loved watching, which I always do, the butterfly house. I love the butterfly house.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's just so I could sit in there
Yeah,
for
you
hours.
would.
I wish I could just sit in there, read, have a cigarette and a coffee. You know what I
I
mean?
don't think that's good for the
I know it's against
butterfly.
the grain, but at the same
Yeah.
time, I feel like those butterflies would really like to see me really relaxing. Anyways, but right in the front of the park is the penguins, and
Yeah.
we have the cool one where you go all the way down and then you're underneath them all.
Oh, yeah.
So no matter what, you're gonna see some penguin
Yeah.
action. The penguins and the butterfly right in the front of the park. And literally, as I'm coming out of the butterfly hut, and you look at the front gate, and I'm like, wow, this is really close to the front gate. There's a bike rack right there. Like I could ride my bike to the zoo and go right to the butterfly house
Yeah.
and then just get right back on my bike, ride right back home. I might get a season pass just to do that.
You should. For
It's
real.
it's I'm pretty sure it's closer than Bigby.
That's crazy.
It's only out the other end of our sub that way.
Yeah.
Bigby's out the end of our
Ours
sub
is
that way.
about 20 minutes away, but still, I mean, how amazing.
This is
And
yeah, it's 1 mile.
it's our zoo's only open like 10 to 4 and it's like even on a holiday yesterday, there was
Yeah,
probably like 100 people there, but we're all spread out and then
yesterday that was the other thing was there was not I didn't know what to expect Labor Day
yeah,
or a lot like maybe that's something families do like cuz I even said
right.
you might want to call and see if they're open. It's Labor Day. She looked, they were open till like 5 or 6,
Yeah.
and there was like less than half the amount of people that have ever been at that zoo
Yeah.
on any other time I've had to go there.
Yeah. So Jeff
Oh,
Jones is talking about the Detroit Zoo in
yep.
Michigan, and I'm talking about Bright Zoo in Limestone, Tennessee.
It's called Bright Zoo.
Brights.
Oh,
And
Bright Zoo.
yeah,
Yeah, we live right by the Detroit Zoo.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Pretty awesome. Dang. But who knew? So well, it's funny because you don't give your intuition any sort of acknowledgement, but like you already knew what I was gonna say, and we haven't even talked. So like, yeah, you do have intuition, turd.
I
Um,
almost texted you yesterday too, like, hey, guess where I'm at? The zoo. And then it
yeah.
slipped my mind and I got carried on.
Oh my gosh, it's just so great. Especially, I feel like as adults, like it's just such a better experience.
Well,
You
I
know,
am one of those people that I feel like anytime I've ever gone to the zoo, the animals look so miserable.
always.
They look
But
so
also
miserable.
yesterday was not super hot. It was not
No,
like it. And the
no.
nice thing, I don't know if this is how Detroit is, but this zoo has a lot of shade. So if you're like you're out in the sun for a minute, but then it's shady along a lot of the walkways.
Yeah, there was a lot of shade. Like
Yeah,
because I'm one to like not want to just be hanging out in the sun. I'm
right.
allergic
I did
to.
get sunburned, but it's because we were standing in the one spot with the drafts for too long.
Oh yeah, no.
That
The
was
only
worth
time we
it.
were in the sun was hanging out by that bear. That was
Yeah,
it, really. Other
we
than that,
went
we
to,
were indoors.
we went to the Knoxville Zoo one time, and no joke, we had packed a lunch. They let you bring food in, which was pretty amazing, and we just sat at the elephants, no joke, for like 2 or 3 hours, just watching them play and hang out, and then we ate our food there, and it was really cool. So, yeah, maybe it's just a need to get out. I was more excited too. Like I wanted to get out. I wanted to be in nature. Like I wanted to see something different, and that met all the check boxes.
Yeah, we did suggest going to the Riverwalk yesterday, which is downtown Detroit when
Oh
you can
yeah,
just walk right along the Detroit River. Canada's
yeah,
on the flip side, and it's just a nice, fun walk. It is, but like, I didn't feel like I don't know. I was like, I don't know. When I said let's go for a walk, I meant like around town. She's like, well,
yeah,
what about the zoo? And I'm like, that's even closer. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Cute. Oh my gosh, I know.
good times.
Good times. So yeah, I know. I looked up our uh membership too. Our like getting a yearly membership. So I think we're
Yeah,
gonna do
I
that
only
next
thing I need to
season.
look in and see if the yearly membership, because I haven't told the guy at work, I was going off about the zoo today. I go,
Yeah,
even if the yearly membership, if it allows me to do the night of lights where you can drive
worth
through
it.
and see the lights, which I'm pretty sure they do because I drive past it all the time,
Yeah.
every night during winter, Christmas.
Well, even if it doesn't include it, it probably gets you a discount because it'll
I
have
just
like
like the,
membership prices and
I
then
told the
normal.
guy if they include that with it, I'll drive through it every night on my way home.
Yeah,
Go right through the tunnel of lights, see the whole
they're
park
gonna
of
be
lights,
like,
and then
dude,
boom, right
yeah.
home.
But hey, that's what you get with a membership. That's amazing. Get
Yeah.
that money's worth.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. So I just wanted to add real quick. Um, prayer healing circle. So healing prayer circle is Sunday the 7th, and it's going to be at 7:30. Normally it's at 7, but I have to push it to 7:30 because we have a birthday lunch before that, birthday dinner.
Gotcha.
So yeah, 7:30. So bring yourself if you need some energy or some healing or some prayers. What usually happens is we'll all get together, we just log on, and everybody's welcome. It's an event that is no cost, because I just want to, people to connect and feel better. And so, what I personally do is I ask Spirit, my helpers and your helpers, to come in and help heal the group. So, as you're doing whatever you want to do during that first 20 minutes, I ask them to come in and help heal the group. And so, you get a healing in that first 20 minutes. And then the next 8 minutes we do like a earth healing where you can put your healing or your prayers out to people of the earth or the earth itself or the universe or wherever you need to. And then the last 2 minutes we do laughing meditation, and that's so that we can all feel connected and leave on a high note, because laughing actually increases your frequency anyway, so it automatically makes you feel better, increases your immunity. Did you know that? It boosts your immunity.
Yeah, I think we've talked about that.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah,
ridiculous amount of benefits to laughing.
yeah. So we'll do 2 minutes, and people are like, 2 minutes, that's nothing. But when you're doing it for 2 minutes, people are like, that was so long. My cheeks hurt. I'm like, mine too. Oh, not those cheeks, the other cheeks. All right, Jeffy. Well, hey, I'll see you on Sunday night, maybe. Oh no, you're
Oh,
leaving.
nope. I
Nope,
will be gone I will be on an island kayaking for 11 days.
11 days. Yes. So I'm solo for the next few shows,
Yep.
and hey, I did want to share. Keep an eye out because I'll share some more information. But I
Oh,
have August energy reports that I'll share on online, and also there's a 99 portal. So 2025, when you add those numbers up, it equals 9. So we're in a 9 year, and then September 9th is 999 technically.
gotcha.
So there's a 999 portal. So I'll have some more information about that too as that comes up.
Real quick, I wanted to mention earlier in the year, I read an article that there was going to be a second sun before the end of this year.
Yes.
That is happening. They are
Yes.
now saying it's going to happen at the end of September or the beginning of October. And for up to 2 weeks, it's going to look like we have a second sun right next to our sun. And
Whoa.
that is actually a star that blew up last year.
Okay.
And they knew it was going to eventually, the light was going to hit us. And when the light hits us, it's going to last for like 2 weeks. It's going to take for that light
Wow.
of hitting us. But it's taken this long. In the beginning of the year, they said it was going to happen. They couldn't narrow down exactly when it was going to happen. They just said in the last quarter of the year.
Yeah.
They are saying now it's going to happen right at the end of September or within the first week of October. It's going to start and it should last for about 2 weeks. I don't know why we're not hearing more about this. It's going to
Whoa.
look like there is a second sun in the sky. And I feel like no one's talking about this. And at
Oh.
some point, people are going to wake up and people are going to think something happened
Oh yeah.
because we're going to have a second
Did
sun
they
in the
say that we
sky.
have to take any precautions like extra sunscreen or is it just
No,
as okay,
it's
it's not
just the light. I
okay.
think it's just
It'll be
more a
just bright.
visual thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Because I don't think it's as powerful as our sun, but
Okay.
it's that long to get here and it lasts for that long.
Wow.
So
Crazy
in case
cool.
it happens before I get back from the
Yeah.
island, I just
Oh,
want to
okay.
say keep an eye out in the sky. If you wake up and there is a second sun, it does not mean it's the end of the world.
Yeah. Oh, and happy birthday, because you'll have a birthday when you're gone too.
I will
So,
have a birthday when I'm on the
so
island.
you
This is
probably won't
true.
be sounding any older or look any older, but just in
No,
case.
no. Although next time I see, you, I'll probably have my beard shaved. I only been growing it out for the trip.
Okay.
Look at it.
Oh yeah. Whew.
Yep.
Okay. All
All
right,
right.
Jeffy. Well, we'll see you next time in a
See you
few
next
weeks.
time.
All right, everybody. We'll see you next time. Thanks for being here.
Ostrich.